Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, so we've got another Dare to Ask series out now. Thank you for all your questions, okay. I haven't pre-read any, but I can see by the count here, I think I had 75. So well done guys, well done. I think we should get 5 or 6 out of this. Anyway, okay, let's crack on. What's going on behind the scenes with President Macron and his wife? It was concerning to see how she treated him. They are doing damage control now, but something has always been off with these two. Well, so first of all, just to address it, she slapped him. Well, no, she didn't slap him. She went full force to push him right in his face as well. So when I was watching the clips, first of all, I thought that I noticed her lack of control. He walked away and that just set her off just like that. That pushing was where she could not control her feelings, her anger as well, feeling dismissed. That's what I felt, okay. No man or woman has the right to lay any hands on each other like that, okay. I'm not, I'm not into all that shite, My husband tried whacking me, he'd get knocked out to the floor, I tell you. But anyway, yeah, so that's what sprang to mind. And then afterwards, I kind of felt like, has she got something, or he, I know about those rumours as well, which I absolutely believe that, she was the opposite sex to what she's claiming now. I don't agree with being 40 years old and dating a 15-year-old. I mean, that just might be me, Maybe I've got some screw loose or something that I would have a problem if a woman came into my family and tried to do that to my children. So, so you're right, they are off. But, people who are off with each other often, stay the distance. So let's have a look. I do feel like there's something neurological, but we'll just ask anyway. What's going on with President Macron and his missus? She's 72 now, so, he's still a good-looking man. In his, late 40s, 50s. So that's when you would see it. I mean, she's got a bus pass, for Christ's sake, Okay, what's going on between these two? Yeah, she's got something wrong with her brain, okay, so she's on the start of something. This could be a form of dementia as well, so, she'll find herself repeating. Oh, I'm going to say she, okay, for now. They'll find the way she's going to repeat herself and she's going to be angrier and angrier. You're going to see more of a personality change as well. I wonder if she'll be going on any more trips with Macron. I mean, it was well caught out, wasn't it? But he wasn't expecting it either. So I kind of feel like, yeah, the beginnings of madness here, which is dementia. Her personality will be changing as well. She'll be insecure. I mean, you have all that. One good thing about Alzheimer's, and my mum died of it, so I know it's not pleasant, okay, it's cruel, but you forget all your emotions, you forget how much people have hurt you, you forgot what your worries are, what your insecurities are, and I feel this is exactly what is happening with Brigitte and with Macron. He won't be knowing what's happening, not until she gets too far down the line. Where she has a neurology assessment maybe. So that's what it is, she's going mad. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, I wouldn't. But do you know what? It's even harder for the people that have to witness it, that have to worry all the time, You can't just stick your parents in a nursing home and forget about them. You've then got all that trauma of having to go to the nursing home all the time, be rung up, they're not coping, they're doing this, they're doing that, in and out of hospitals, she's not eating, she's losing weight, all those kind of things. It is really difficult as well. I think the only blessing is that when a person with a form of dementia like that comes to the end, when things are just so bad and bad and bad, then it's a relief. Okay, it's sad to tell you, and it's almost shameful, but it is a release when they pass. You make it out that it's all to do with, you know, oh well, at least they're not suffering anymore and stuff like that. But if I'm entirely honest, you know, it was so stressful, you know, so many years of it as well, not just for me, for other family members as well, you know, terrible. You know, me and my brother did the main part of the care, but other people who came in was absolutely shocked, you know, to see how much had gone downhill. So I don't recommend it, but you know, that there are some small blessings there, like I've just mentioned with Bridget, you know, forgetting what normally would bother you, what you've been upset of in the past. It's like those emotions just tend to, right at the very end, they go. Federal courts are once again blocking Trump. Can he get past these blockages? Let's have a look. Before I read the rest of it, I'll just do one question. So, can he get past these blockages? Challenges. You know, I think this is a nightmare for Trump, whether he admits it or not, okay? You're trying to get out the root of the rot, but, you know, you've got to be careful that you can't just dismiss anybody who says no to you. You know, that's the part of democracy. So I do see that Trump has got his hands full on this. And it won't just be one attack. It'll be, you know, consistently that these people have not had time to breathe or catch up to all the things that Trump and his team, Trump and his team have done, you know. So now, where things slow down, it's where these bozos get a chance to go in and try and cause loads of problems. Now, I don't see that Trump will need help, whether that's that he, you know, can change the law, whether the courts, he goes through the courts and just keeps going and going and going. I mean, this man has been through an awful lot. In fact, he's been to hell and back to get to where he is now with, you know, back in administration, back being the president. And yeah, so I do see things are getting better, and there's not as much rot that is apparent, but he's still going to need help from his team and the other senates, and, you know, everything has to be done fairly, okay? So because the courts have just said to Trump, no, that's it, we're not backing you on this, it doesn't mean it's over. It does not mean it's over. If we know Trump, he'll come through no matter what. But right now, it is, you know, the tariffs are one of his biggest negotiating tools, okay? So we need these tariffs. So we are seeing slowly but surely things improving where Trump and the courts are concerned. Just in general as well, with all these judges, they're all getting called out. Do I fear the judges saying no and stuff? No, that's democracy. We've got to go through it. You've got to see a fight as well. You've got to see that, you know, judges do stand up to him and the courts do stand up to Trump, and, you know, we'll look into things as well. But, you know, I think Trump's like, tearing his hair out at the moment, but he'll get there. He'll get there. So these tariffs will stay, despite everything else. It's also about, you know, understanding the tariffs more, and maybe his reasoning as well, you know, explaining things to the normal folk. Well, normal folk aren't bothered, you know, they just want their food prices down and their health insurance sorted, you know, and schools and guns off out of schools and off the road. So, you know, they're not these things with tariffs are going to affect the grassroots person, okay? So you've got more on Trump's side than you have anybody else. And so if that's the case, you've got more judges on side than anybody else. You've got more lawyers on side than anybody else as well. So yeah, it's a headache as well, but it's something that can be overcome. And, you know, maybe Trump can learn a lesson from this as well, you know, that you can't just forge ahead blindly with certain things and expect the legal system to come up. So it's good in a way, because you see how the law can be applied, how it can be won, how it can be negotiated, you know, room for change, rather than just like Trump's a bully, you know, he's going to all these world leaders and bullying them. Well, he's not. And once the law goes through and shines his way, then it's a good message to the rest of the world. Will the world see these blockages for what I think they are? The opposition wreaking havoc. That's a good, you know, observation. And at first you would think that, wouldn't you? You know, oh, they're just corrupt and trying to do this and trying to do that. But as I've just mentioned a moment ago, you know, that at least we get to see it. You know, we get to see democracy in action. The law being applied in action as well. So many activist judges are making decisions that fulfill their agendas instead of being logical and legal. I can understand that as well, you know, for anybody who's been in a court battle of such. Everybody, if you don't like the answer, you want the judge to be, you know, oh, it's corrupt, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Well, we've seen corruption. We're witnessing it now. We're in it in the UK. But again, you know, at least this fight is open in the courts and the law is being applied, okay? People take advantage of the law and everything, and we all know lawyers make loads of money defending these type of cases. But, you know, we've just got to be mindful that when America's not in that world anymore, all judges know that if they was corrupt, A, they're going to get found out, and B, you know, well, we have to have a fair and lawful society as well. Otherwise, justice just breaks down. So you have to not hope and pray, but believe in the system, okay? So I think regarding this particular niche, it's necessary. It'll be okay, but at least, you know, you can see that there's been arguments put for and against. Hi BFP, you are fantastic. So you guys, thank you so much, so very much. Question 1, is the man arrested for arson, KS child? Well, I keep getting it, guys, you know. Somebody said I said Tommy might die on the 9th of June. Well, he ain't gone back and had a look, but I know I said he was in danger. And there's an outcome there that, you know, we won't like, but I don't think it's him that dies. I don't. So there's somebody else. And the only person I can work out that it could be is the young Ukrainian as well. Because we said a young man. We kept saying a young man where Keir Starmer would be responsible for something. And the young man came with the tenner cups, which was the home. Well, I thought it was... I didn't think it was Keir Starmer's home. Maybe he wants to go on. Anyway, okay, so is one of them Ukrainians Keir Starmer's son? Well, this is where I make myself look an idiot. So I'm getting you're not doing it right, the wrong side of authority. So I'm getting something wrong. Maybe it's not the guy I said. Maybe it's the one in the middle. It's the one with black hair. Starmer's son. No. So I don't know why that's happening, because all the time I've had that this lad is Keir Starmer's son. Oh, I've got it. Too quick to write myself off, you know. Okay, so this is Keir Starmer not being able to do anything. His son is locked up, okay? His son is locked up and he's not able to do anything. This guy, Keir Starmer, doesn't have the power to get this lad out either. You can hope and pray that, you know, it's shut down. But yeah, he can't do anything. So Keir Starmer is weak in this situation, very weak. If it had just come out and said it, you know, it'd be a far better position. Let's have a look again. Let's just ask her, you know, because I'm wondering if when I'm asking that question, I've already answered it half a dozen times. So when that happens, the universe tends to tell me something else. Right, okay, so let's have a look then. How does Keir Starmer feel about his son being in jail? Three major arcana, so out of control. Well, he was wanted when he lit that fire. It's like of your own making, you know. You've done this, now you have to pay for the consequences as well. He's going to have to, you know, he's expecting this child to endure it, okay? He'll have said, you did this to yourself, you know, you got yourself into this mess, basically. I can't get you out. And I still think it's odd that these kids haven't been taken, charged with counter-terrorism offences. I'm sure we've got more Starmer details to come out. When will KS be forced to step down, and will Angela Rayner replace him, or will it be somebody else? Will Keir Starmer be forced to resign soon? Oh, that's a yes. All these lies, all this deceit, all getting exposed, and somebody knows already. I think it's the press. Because they will, well, your mainstream media, they're all bollocks, aren't they? Yeah? What a set of wankers. I mean, honestly, a toy journalist would have more integrity than our mainstream media. They're just full of shit, full of lies. Sorry for swearing, but, you know, that's what comes out of it. Yeah, I'm getting a load of BS coming out for Keir Starmer. And soon, whatever goes on between now, or the last few days, and the 9th of June, that will force him to step down. Is that true, universe? Yes or no? Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. And he's not going to be happy. I think it's about this lad, okay? I think it's about this lad. I'm sure the universe won't, you know, give me too much false information. And will Angela Rayner replace him? Yes or no? No. No. I said as well about a man in our last Day to Ask. I love you guys. You cover all sorts of topics and give me a chance to get warmed up. But yeah, no, I don't think it will be her actually. But I have got some worrying, and that would be Mr. Sadiq Khan. Shall we have a look? Yes or no? Is Sadiq Khan the next Prime Minister? Oh my God. He's coming in. He's coming in. This is all we need. This is all we need. I've stayed off religion for now. And I'll tell you something else as well. You know, people often ask me, will a certain religion come above us? You know, will it envelope us? Will it be more than us? Will it be more than Christians and stuff? Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. It's terrible. That's why I ain't read on it, you know. Apart from the fact I would end up spending maybe 12 months in prison, but, you know, who cares? As long as I get my words out. No, yeah, you have to be careful as well about talking about stuff like that. But yeah, Sadiq Khan came to mind. We'll do a full reading on that. He's on my list. What will President Trump influence be with PS now the US are keeping an eye on our free speech, or lack of it? What will Pres Trump's influence be on the UK for free speech? He's going to have his work cut out. Yeah, look at that. Disagreements and failing out. So the UK isn't going to listen to Trump at all because they don't feel like Trump's a real threat. And this is all because the talk of bullshit about our beautiful friendship with the US and the special relationship with the UK. People are taking the mickey. People are taking the mickey here. Our government especially. So, what, you know, we're going to have a big falling out with Trump over this. Question 4. What are the UK significant dates we should look out for in terms of politics? Okay, so I'm already saying the past few days, right up until the June the 9th. What goes on June the 9th for our British government? We could be looking at a reshuffle here, a reshuffle. And it can't be Labour because I'm getting, you know, in God we trust. In God we trust. So there's something. So I kind of feel like there's a bit of America here and a lot of the UK. In God we trust. So this would be like maybe an early election. Is there an early election? That looks like a yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, we're looking for an early election. I'm not saying whatever happens significantly is because of actions that have been taken and decisions made prior to June the 9th. So it could be that we hear of something. I mean, I don't know, we could hear after the June the 9th about it. But it's already happened between now and then. I feel like more marches as well. September. What's going on in September? I'm getting big names from the past coming into the future in September. So maybe people that have been waiting in the wings as well. So something big comes. It's something in September, and it tends to be a situation that we've had before. I'm looking at it like it's not a celebration, but it's not misery. I don't know, I feel like they'll be calm. This, whatever happens, is calm. Will this forced green agenda of Ed Red Miliband be stopped, and if so, when? Will it be stopped? So will Ed Miliband be stopped, and if so, when? The moon. I think he's, I think all this is like a smoke screen for something. So whatever Miliband is doing, and seems to be, so this climate shite, okay, it's not that. It's about distracting us as well. There's something more going on underneath him. I think, so what you see now is not his game plan, okay? He's got another game plan, and that will become apparent. Now, watch out for Ed Miliband within the next month or two. Definitely, I'd say a month, because then we see clearly what he's up to. Because he's meeting people behind closed doors. He's having shady conversations and discussions. It's getting us to look that way, and we're not looking that way. It could be as well, you know, incoming. No, there's more to this. There's more to this. I think as well, I feel like I'm playing chess. So I'm going move there, and then now you can move that piece, and then you can move that piece before you get, you know, eventually get checkmate. So we're getting boards in and positions, okay? So this is about positions. You got more to worry about with Miliband's position than anything else. Will the UK ever become a significant manufacturing economy again? Yes or no? Will it? No. No, I think a lot of stuff is going to AI, okay? AI. I had 2 jobs when I was a schoolgirl. One was cleaning Butlins, the chalets. Oh, that was disgusting when all them lads and men used to go in there. Oh, it used to make me feel sick. And then I worked at a dental company, and all you had to do, it was the easiest job in the world. I used to go straight after school. They didn't even know I was 16. I was 14, and I gave them my mate's false date of birth and everything. Calling me Nikki. I was like, it took me ages to learn how to respond quick enough. Yeah, sticking dental things on my sheet on paper. It was great. Like I say, you get rid of something and it never quite goes back, does it? Is Nigel Farage the real deal, or is he just saying things he knows people want to hear? Is he? I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him at all. He says something and then says something differently as well. He's playing to the people here, and a lot of us know that. You know, a lot of us know that he's a showman. I'm not saying he's a bad man. I'm just saying he's not fit to be the next Prime Minister at all. I think Elon Musk was right when he said Nigel Farage hasn't got it in him to be a Prime Minister. And I absolutely agree as well. He's not doing enough, or saying enough, or being steadfast enough, you know. Like Ben Habib, Rupert Lowe, they've all said the same thing right from the beginning, whereas Nigel hasn't. So I'm getting don't trust there, okay. I don't think his heart's in politics. I think he's, you know, I don't feel he's a good salesman. And there's no wonder Keir Starmer's like, whoa, he's my opposition, he's my competition. It shouldn't be the man, it should be the party. Oh, what have I done? My nose don't itch till I come on here. I wonder if I'm allergic to that backdrop. Will any political party, when in power, ever deal with our illegal guests crisis. What a way to put it. Love it. Really. We're getting it won't be done overnight. It won't be done in a day. I think, you know, it's going to take a good couple of years actually to try and right things and wrong. So yeah, I think, you know, if you can just put a plug in it and stop them coming in, then you can focus on them leaving as well. But it seems our government has just made everybody equal, that they have the same rights and even the voting rights. Well, didn't I say that last year as well? Filling, actually a couple of years I've been saying this, filling their constituents with votes, you know. And again, I don't think we'll ever go back to how we felt about having a free country either. So, will we? Well, not with Farage, okay? Not with that government. Will we ever untie ourselves from the ECHR? Is that European rights or something? No, it ain't. It's the other one, humanitarian or something, where they have all these bloody, you know, rights. Well, where's Lucy Connolly's rights? Where's Tommy Robinson's rights? Where's that poor bloke who died? Where was his rights? So, will we ever be able to cut ties with the ECHR? We don't untie ourselves, but improvements are made, okay? Improvements are made, so I think it will be looked at and adopted differently. It's like anything, you know, with law. It's meant to help one section and then is abused and taken advantage of by another. I see we get closer to it, okay? So right now, it's used as a pain in the ass for us. But in the future, I think it will be adopted to make more sense to us, okay? Make more sense to us. Question 10. Will the stupidity of judge-led decisions to allow our illegal guests to remain ever be successfully challenged, and if so, when? Judges haven't got the power, which is odd, that, isn't it? Because they make life and death decisions, but they haven't got the power, so it's been fed to them. Will judge-led decisions allow our illegal guests to remain ever be successfully challenged? When it becomes a problem, when it becomes too much, when all of society is broken down. The judges are taking their instructions from our government, so it's not a judge hasn't got the freedom in his mind, you know. Is to operate with the law, by the law, enforce the law, but the law is being instructed by government. I think when we get a new party, that's when the judges will start looking at things very differently as well. It's slow but steady progress. It's going to take ages, you know, ages. Labour aren't going to do anything about it. Reform won't be able to do much about it. So my only hope is that, you know, Rupert and Ben Habib can get together. Now, the problem is, right, I love what Rupert says and has to say, but I think airing your dirty laundry out with other parties and criticising other leaders, despite, you know, being arrested and having this, that and the other done, I just don't feel at ease with that at all. You know, just keep it quiet. We don't need to know everything. We knew he was arrested. Now we know that you're innocent, and that obviously Osif, or whatever his name is, Osif, and Farage, you know, just don't give us the messy details. I do like some of his posts. I think it's Patriots or something, and they send out what he's saying daily, each day. Now, I love that. I love that. But it's like on YouTube, people aren't interested, and they're very put off when people start turning on each other and criticising each other. You know, it's just like, you only want one thing from a certain person, not that. I know it's a lot, but these questions which float in my mind. Thanks again, sweetie, Lucy, with a kiss. Oh, bless you, Lucy. You're all right, darling. Will the USA recover economically, and when? Right, you're starting to already. It's just not fizzling down enough just yet for you. But let's have a look. Will they recover financially? Oh, yeah, you're getting a right good deal here. You're getting a right good deal. Look at that, you know. We've been isolated for a while. I'm getting, you know, withdrawal. So there's going to be lots of things that are going to be removed from your daily or weekly budget, you know, and prices will come down as well. So maybe your tax, you know, don't have to pay as much tax. So there's all sorts coming in to help you, and it will be like you might say £5 with there, and $6 there, and $10 here. But, you know, when you work it out on a weekly basis or monthly, I mean, that can add up to a few £100 a month, you know. So I do feel like you're going to be all right. And it's starting now. It's just right now, you know. We're looking at the stock market as well, so I do get some turbulence to come. Not now, but in the future as well. So I do look like we're getting people withdrawing. I'm getting people withdrawing. Well, that could be to do with your banks. I'm not talking personal accounts here, I'm talking biggies. The aim is to get you off being financially dependent on the state, to encourage you to be able to earn your own money as well, whatever challenges they are. I mean, some disabled people want to work, you know, want to be kept busy. Others are in that position. Others are carers for family members or with the children as well. So I don't feel like you'll be getting there's help coming in for all different situations, okay? But yeah, it all adds up in the end. If you got a kiss and I like it's because I'm losing my mind. I'm just giving you hearts, okay? I believe KC is trying to bring down the monarchy or disable it, leaving him known as the last monarch. Thoughts on this, please? Thanks, babe. You're welcome. Is KC3 trying to destroy the monarchy? No, I just think he's waited that long, he's got carried away, he wants to, you know, crush everything into like 3 years. He's dying, you know, I've said this before, you look at him and he's dying. He's slowly going, okay, so I think as his health takes more toll on him, I think everything he's doing right now is for when he dies. I think that's what he's thinking. So no, he's not trying to destroy the monarchy at all. But it's like he's had these feelings for a long time. Probably thought he had longer, you know, to try and sort them out. I don't know. I'm not happy with him anyway, but I won't slag him off for that. It's picking out the cherries, you know. It's picking out the cherries. So no, I don't feel he's trying to wreck the monarchy at all. That's the problem, you know. When you had Queen Elizabeth, she's a legend, a legend, a legend, and she had 70 years of history behind her as well. Casey hasn't got that, and he hasn't got the time ahead. And you're never going to fill the boots of Queen Elizabeth, no matter who you are. So I think the one that came after, which is Casey, I feel like he's had, you know, it's been hard work, really, trying to fill his mother's shoes. When it's everything not like her, okay? She knew when to toe the line and how to say things without being offensive. She was female, you know. She had a love story with Philip. They've travelled all over. They had that kinship and relationship and respect from other people. You know, Casey didn't have that, all right? He's a bloke. He had an affair. His missus died. Then he's, you know, he's met Camilla. Well, he didn't meet Camilla. I know he was already there, like, but, you know, so things are different for Casey and Queen Elizabeth, so I don't think following her would be not easy, okay? But when William follows King Charles, it is easy because we go back to stability, marriage, their children, you know, how they've done things, how they have built up rapport and friendships and approval from us. So it's hard for King Charles because he's a stepping stone, you know, to be fair. So it's hard for him to live up to expectations, and he won't ever be able to do that. Can this RNU war be stopped? I am receiving and seeing that other countries are giving you tanks and other giving Ukraine tanks and other equipment. Both of these don't want to. Both of these don't want to at all. They make out they do, but they don't. Will RNU universe, will the war be over soon? Oh, I think things go from bad to worse. Bad to worse here. You get so much money in war. Putin and Zelensky, they don't want this over at all, you know. The money runs dry. And then, you know, Zelensky specifically, I mean, people always say, oh, you're always putting down Zelensky and you say nothing about Russia. Well, that's because you asked me to read on Zelensky. But, you know, Putin's just as bad as well. I'm getting Putin has to come forward. Eventually, he's dying, he's got cancer, and it is getting worse and worse and worse. So I think, you know, maybe Putin just wants to see out the rest of his days in war. And Zelensky, he won't move because everybody finds out what he's been doing in the past as well. Oh, 500 billion from the US and you couldn't even turn up in a shirt. They've got so used to it that I don't think they'd know what they would do with peace. Anyway, it's not good. Probably when Putin goes, but then Zelensky as well, you know. Are H&M going through split up negotiations? Yes or no? Absolutely. Oh, and look at that, it flew off. What is it? There you go. There's good old Harry. Oh, no, actually, that's William. I'm kind of getting somebody in the middle here as well. Are they going through negotiations? Yes, they're going through a man who knows what he's doing and who's very effective at coming up with agreements as well. So like a negotiator here. What's it to negotiate? Harry, just give her everything. Get rid. Will we hear about complete divorce this year? Yes or no? That's looking like a yes. Megan won't be able to, hold it all in at all. She gets the divorce, she gets what she wants, and she'll want to show this off. Oh, look at me, look what I managed to do. Look what I achieved. Will H go back into the fold? It will, but not like ever like it was before. He spends his time in the future in California with his children. Because he quite likes it. Will H go back into the fold of the royal family? Queen of Cups. So that's Diana, isn't it? I get a nice caring woman here as well. I think, I think it's that it comes into his friends, I keep feeling like Chelsea Davy or even Cressida have time for him. I kind of feel doing something for Diana might bring him a little bit closer. Look, well, Charles has already said, and so has everybody else to Harry, he can't talk to you while you've got a security case going on. So you're going to have to, drop that security case. If you really want a relationship with your family, drop that bollocks. And another thing, though, it's still nasty. I can still tell that he hasn't learned anything, okay? This guy has not learned anything. And he'll go back in with the same trouble that he has brought now. So I wouldn't be anywhere near him, okay? I'd have a coffee maybe and a cup of tea, but not William, not Catherine, not Charles, not somebody else. Maybe Eugenie, and see about working it through that way. But he hasn't learned anything. And while he's with Meghan, return to the fold will never be on the options. You can't get rid of Meghan, You can't. And anyway, if he was back in the fold and then he's dropping the kids off, returning to Meghan's and stuff, of course he's going to, but you can't trust him not to keep his mouth shut. That BBC interview was a car crash for Harry, because it just goes to show that in the last 6-7 years he's learnt nothing, and nothing has changed either. Will MM succeed on her own? No. No. She thinks she's made it, she's got loads of people around her saying, oh, you don't need him, you don't need this, you don't need that, you've got you can do this. Well, they're paid handsomely, if I was paying 100 grand a member of staff every year, I'd want my ass kissing too. No. Nobody would want to deal with her. They see her as too much of a risk. And when she hadn't got Harry to beat up, verbally or later on after the divorce with a book and everything, no, that royal family are stuck with her until her dying days. But no, she won't succeed on her own. She already feels she's succeeded. I mean, all that bollocks, as ever. I called it last year and said it wasn't going nowhere. She does things, she's too lazy. She starts things she's not stupid. She's wired. She knows what works, you know. Oh, let's start another company. Then I can drop in 5 episodes of clapping back at the royals and the people. And then we'll get more headlines when we ain't got any stock in place. You know, she don't care whether it's good or bad. Good or bad, it's just the same. Is the king still paying security for Harry? I don't believe so, but we'll have a look. No. No. But I'll tell you what, the US is. Are other governments around the world paying for Harry's security as and when required? I'm getting poor decisions here. So when they have, it's stopping. Okay, something's gone on and it's stopping. It's a shift of what they've seen. Oh yeah, Harry, you can't have your security case in the UK. Well, now he's not fighting for it, or it doesn't appear to be. I think countries who would pay for Harry would think, well, if he's got a security case going on and they haven't said no straight away, or he's fighting it, or there's a chance that he could win it, then they might, nod their head and go, yes, okay, Harry, yes, okay. I think the Biden administration definitely paid for Harry and Meghan's security as well. I mean, they're just grifters, you know. Oh, complain to the New York department because me and my wife got into a taxi that we didn't even book, that she flagged down. And then, you know, thought we was in a car chase. Well, we all know how that went and what was not true at all. But the fact is, the idiots did go into a taxi. She did this. She planned it. Honestly, I ain't got anything good to say about them today. Not today. So no, he's not. But he had been. He had been. What's the point in paying security? Because they don't spend that money on security. Where are we up to? 35. Right, okay. Right, I'm up to the next one. So I'm going to shut this one down and I'll be back in a few moments, okay? Or there's another one to go up anyway. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this Dare to Ask. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you've any questions, you know, save it for the next one and I will happily read on them. Right, we'll be back soon. Bye now. Bye-bye.